to it seems straight away, and Mo already taking down Tarek. That's a really good way to start a whole round here. They're going to be playing on the terrorist side, and that's Gambit Gaming. They don't exactly move up behind that. You know, they just get the first kill. You see they sort of thought about it for a minute. Should we try and rush it? But I think it is the more solid choice to just stay put for a moment. That leaves Kuster in A, Peter at long, Hazed in middle, and Cutler over at B. That means nobody from CLG can back up each other right now. Whoever is going to get hit is going to have to do it on his own, and that's going to be Kuster. A big test. He's already been headshot. There's no way out of this except death. It's Space to take him out. Hazed with a very good flick and trying to see if he could follow it up. They don't need to peek him. They should not be fighting him. It's a 3-on-4 with the bomb down.
Yeah, now, well, this is playing right into Gambit's hands. They love that A site. They are one of those teams that really sticks to catwalk and push up onto that A site, and so they're going to feel comfortable with the situation. Now they've got the after plan. It is Cutler trying to do the best that he can, but it's not going to be good enough. He only gets the 1 kill going into it, but it would have been tough no matter how you looked at it there. Gambit, they had the 4 players surviving. They had control of the bomb site. Only 2 there for CLG to try and make a retake, and so that means Gambit will be picking up the first pistol of this map. It's been a bit of a T-sided pistol day so far. Astralis, Dignitas, both winning their T-side pistols. Now it's Gambit, you know, with the T-side pistol here on Dust 2.
Just maybe with a bit of hindsight, but not even that much. I would have probably, since Peter was playing long, I would have probably put Kuster on long as well, but have him play the car position, because then he could try and get some shot with the USP, but if he failed, they could have at least gone for like a full 4-on-5 retake. Not easy, but I think more doable than, because that setup basically says, we're just hoping Kuster will get at least 2 kills. You know, he has to get at least 2 for that to work out. Now they're walking right into the deagle of Hazed, who doesn't seem to be really hitting anything, so I made that sound like it was a dangerous thing, but apparently not.
I like the little use of the lip there to get by, to get out of the tunnel even faster from whoever it was. I think it was Space, you know, taking point. Just clipping the lip, making sure that he gets in there quick. But I mean, right now, this is all kind of playing out according to plan here. CLG, another team that seemed to be going away from the 4 spy, at least in the second round, if they lose that pistol. No Kevlar for them, only the pistols. And couldn't be worse timing there for Dren. He's going to be, you know, he jumps up, spots him, but he had the angle with the AK, so now he actually has to fall back and hope that he's going to be able to land some shots. Mo with the jumping shot, though. Looking for the follow-up, not going to hit the flick. This is just turning it like, does he get a stuffed animal or something if he eventually gets the kill? We're at the fair, we're at the county fair right now, you know, it's just like...
I don't think there are any county fairs where they let you shoot at other people to win prizes, Semler. I don't know where in the States you have been, but maybe go to Texas or something like that and find it. I don't know, that sounds horrific. Third round is going to be coming up here, and as you were pointing out, not much of an investment in that round for CLG, and not so much in this round either, still a little bit pistols. I think more than Astralis were doing when they were on Overpass, but regardless, Gambit are going to be in good form here, and so far it's working out well for them.
Yeah, so far so good. No worries at all. Space is going to be charging right out into a bit of a stack at long, but the flash timing is just barely off. He will be able to sneak his way past, but there are 2 guys stacked up on the angle. Delayed flash on Space, and he just needs to pull the trigger, but he doesn't realize it. Hooch will trade the kill, though, and he's going to look for more. Not going to find it. Tarek steps in. It's Doja who's going to make the difference. Both UMP kills for him. Bit more money in his pocket, but that was definitely a little shaky there for Gambit. Surprised that Space didn't just hold down mouse 1 at that point. He had the angle right in front of him, and he was flashed when he had it. So if anybody's coming around there, if you've got it with the AK, just hold down mouse 1, go for the spray.
Good use of grenades this time around, though, for Gambit. Smoking off the cross, Molotoving out, a very common position for someone to be holding there. And now Hazed, is he going to be flashed through? Actually, what just happened? Was that flash from Gambit? Yeah, it must have been, I guess. Didn't even see the tracer then, so I'm really confused about what's happening there. Smoke goes up, and Hazed will try and creep on through, but not really going to be successful, which means it's just Cutler left. Deagle in hand, and maybe a little bit too aggressive coming up the stairwell will give a 3rd UMP kill for Doja, so he's going to be happy about that. 3-0 for Gambit, and they are off to a fantastic start. We'll see if CLG can turn it around here, as Kuster does pick up the AWP.
No surprise there. He's going to be that primary opera for CLG. We also see Mo going straight to the AWP, so he isn't wasting any time. And he's got 4 kills so far, so Mo's, you know, he's probably feeling it pretty warmed up. He's going to look for that gap shot here. He doesn't really have a long spawn, so it'd be a bit silly for him to go over there. Instead, yeah, just get in position, see if you can get the info. And he does get the timing perfectly spot on. Tags Hazed for 50 through the door. So a wallbang shot, but still. He's not going to be able to confirm that 100% to his teammates, obviously. But Kusta, he finds Doja over at long. Was that right through the smoke? It looks like the smoke was up when he took the shot.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if Doja was trying to shoot through. It sounded like, you know, a faint fire of AK in the horizon. So I think maybe Doja was trying to sort of get a shot through, and that might have revealed his position. So a quick trade. It's a bit of a shame for CLG that Tarek went down in return. That was Space picking up that kill. So still a 4-on-4 here. This time, again, they're holding, except for in the B-bomb side, Kusta and Peter have very little chance to work together. There is a difference, which is that Kusta's on the corner here instead of on the bomb site. So with a bit of luck, he can just get a kill and fall back. And that would be a really good move here. We'll see if he's going to be successful. Grenades are raining in. He's got still the angle for it. They're jumping down, but that's a good kill. Actually, the bomb is now dropped up there. He wasn't expecting space, though. And that's going to be 3-on-3 now, with the bomb about to be planted in the A-bomb site.
Yeah, that's so frustrating for Kusta, because he's just it's that lack of information. Basically, it's like split second off. He doesn't spot the man dropping into CT, so he doesn't expect. He thinks that he picked off the first guy, and that's it, job done. He'll go over and support his mate on long. Instead, it's going to be Peta, Hazed, and, well, Cutler, the last 3 alive in a 3-on-3 retake on the A site. Adrian peeks out at the perfect time to pick off one. And he's now in a 1v2 clutch scenario. He's going to get the first kill. Looks for the second, but it's not going to happen. Peta's there with the USP, long range to find that one. And he's going to have enough time with the kit to get the defuse. So CLG, they actually get that retake to work, despite the bumpy start.
Yeah, that, you know, that's why I was advocating that same play in the pistol round. Retaking A, yeah, there's a shot coming through, good replay. It's because retaking A 3v3 or 4v4 is perfectly reasonable. It's you can definitely do that, and CLG just showing us that that's the case. So 5th round is coming up here. The only issue is only one member surviving. So if they lose now, they might be thrown into a sort of a double eco here, and that would be fairly painful, I think. A bit of a close spawn for long, it seems. Space charging around the corner, right into a Molotov, but CLG actually allowing him to get out, and that's going to be a quick kill here. Kusta still playing on the corner.
Oof, that nade looked like it was going to just land right at his feet. He only takes 8 damage, though, and he's going to get that kill onto Space. Good patience there for Kusta, and nobody there to support Space from Gambit. With that smoke up, they didn't decide to actually get out there and take a fight for him, or even flash for him, give him any kind of help at all. Instead, it was just Space kind of crossing his fingers and hoping he could get out of there on his own. Not the best team play coming in here from Gambit, unfortunately. So we're back into a 4-on-4. And it does look like it's going to be action long here again. Gambit setting up with 3 players in-house, but they decide to back off.
Where's the rifle? Look at Tarek. It looked like he was looking for whatever rifle Peter had there. Did it somehow go missing? That's very confusing.
Awkward. That actually cost him a smoke and $300 to get that AK as well. That's not ideal.
No, but at least he's got it. The only problem is this B push that's coming in, there's not going to be any backup. Kusta and Tarek are miles away, so I was going to say Cutler and Hayes need to do it all on their own, but now it's just Hayes. And he did get the first kill, couldn't get the second, and he needed it. Kusta getting a crucial shot in on Hooch that still keeps them in the round. It won't be easy doing this 2v2, but it's possible. Flick coming out there, and Doja, they know at least he's on the left side. They knew that he was for a moment there. Tarek running into Mo in upper dark.
And now he's going to actually, yeah, not even going to be able to put anything into play there. The problem is that he had the utility as well for this retake to actually happen. A flash and an incendiary lost just like that. So it's one part of the flank, but it's also anything that could have really helped Kusta have an impact, you know, trying to move on to the site. So Kusta, I mean, it's exactly what you described at the beginning of the round, Anders. They get into the fight, they lose it, and now, well, he has to back off and hold on to the AWP because his team is going to be broke. It's going to be an awkward situation for CLG when it comes to the money. It's like a double eco scenario, just staring them in the face. That's definitely not what you want here versus Gambit.
No, a really, really big problem for them right here already. And I mean, the problem is with the way they keep setting up CLG, because they're not being very proactive, they're being extremely defensive, in fact. Whenever they lose a guy, they have to essentially have these positions where they can never back each other up. There's been almost no mid-control for CLG all throughout, which means if Gambit get that part of the map, then, you know, neither A or B can help out the other side, and that's a big problem. Kusta being a bit aggressive here, and I love that. He's got the only AWP, so why not try and be a hero? There
we go, that's a worthy trade. Not sure if he spotted the man jumping in T-spawn, but that's going to be an opening for Mo, who spots out on Cutler. Hayes is going to go for the confirmation, taking some decent fights, and he actually finds the kill on Space somehow. He's just too quick with that pistol. They can't seem to find the shot on him, or if they do, it's a wallbang, so he survives. He's on 27 HP, he's picked up a kill, and Gambit decide enough is enough. We shouldn't actually need to commit in here. they're just so set on getting rid of Hazed, and Hazed, he's just dancing right on the edge of the flames, gonna go for another spot. But now counter logic, they actually have to start spreading out back across the map. They can't fully stack onto the B site. They haven't actually seen anybody recommit to this B take from Gambit, and so now that leaves it to Pita, who's actually made his way all the way out to long. He isn't seeing anybody coming, and they're just so hard to kill right now. How does Kusta survive that?
I don't know, but why did he take the jump to begin with? That seemed like such a big risk to try and do. Almost headshots his teammate then. And Kusta is in the back line, but they know, they have confirmation the AWP's there, and that's why I didn't want him to jump. Because better to keep it a secret, to keep it hidden. Pita could change the outcome here if he takes this fight, but he doesn't win it against Hooch, and that would have been the big moment there. That would have kept control along. Now they are just going to end up losing every single member here. Kusta, the last one left, hiding and saving the AWP, but they know that, and Adrian going to pick up that kill, making it to 3 overall. And that round, and a total scoreline of 5-1 favoring Gambit here.
We could just be witnessing like the takeoff, right? Because Gambit, now they don't even have to worry about an AWP being in the fight. They knew that they were running into an eco last round. All they had to do was dodge the op, or at least minimize its impact. They did a pretty good job of that. Kusta not really able to get anything going. And in this round, it's nothing but pistols. So Gambit, they can play it safe. They can take their time. They do look like they're spreading out into a default hold here on their T side to start in this round, right? So they're just going to be holding out all 5 points, waiting to just see what do CLG have for them. Once again, that HE goes down to block off mid, and so Moo, he's not going to be able to spot rifles. He's not going to be able to communicate that info over to his teammates. He doesn't know what the B defense have to work with, and so Gambit just sit. They're just going to sit and feel things out.
We do have to mention that what we've seen at Gambit in the last week or so, they have been significantly better on the T side than they ever were on their CT side. Their CT sides appear to need a lot of work, so that's maybe the one saving grace here for CLG. But it's still a very strong start.
Well, Hooch leads the way, picks up one. Dreni's looking for the shot onto Hazed. He's just tapping away, not going to find the kill, and he just can't seem to get the wall bang either. Somehow Hazed survives. This guy, last round on B site too, just survived forever. And I think that Spade's getting shot by a teammate. Pretty sure that he just got shot down to 40 HP from a teammate. Calm down, guys. You got control of the situation. It's looking good. You got out onto that A side again. You got the bomb down. And you know that you're facing pistols. And, well, Hazed just finally goes down. It's actually an HE, you know? They can't seem to hit shots on him, so what do? They just fill the area around him with you know, shrapnel. Try and dodge that, right? It's not going to happen.
Doja gonna end up taking out Cuddler, so that will be the round 6-1, and finally CLG can buy again. And this is actually, it is a bit harsh because they do go for the double eco, and yet their buy into this round, they do actually go for the double AWP as well. I was gonna say they will be lacking some grenades. They do have some, but you can tell there's no kit either. So they are sort of going all in on the idea that the defense will finally work here.
This just makes sense, right? This just makes sense because you put one on Hazed. Moo is so consistent so far at just hitting these shots. Another shot onto Hazed, drops him low. It's going to be aggression early on, and we'll see if Spades actually has a teammate to help him out this time. Hooch setting up some flashes, and Hazed is actually going to be able to peek, and he loses the fight versus Pita. Hooch is there to trade the kill and bring it back to a 4-on-4, though. Solid play this time around. Gambit actually working together as a unit on A instead of just kind of like feeding a teammate in there for nothing.
But again, CLG without the mid control, I can't remember any round where they've had a guy in CT spawn. They've had Kusta sort of looking in there from the A side of the map, but that's normally not enough. Hazed will be going down as well inside of B, and Cutler. This would have to be a heroic performance. Almost impossible to hold B alone in a 1-on-4 like this. And he's even been spotted, they're coming for him, and he only gets the one kill in, and you couldn't expect much more than that. And Peter and Tarek just gonna make it out. There's no point in fighting this. Again, CLG just unable, it seems, to really grasp the power of having mid-control on this map.
Yeah, I mean, we see that setup sometimes, where it's the 3 players holding, and that is kind of the game plan here for CLG. They're wanting to counter Gambit early at long, and that seems to be it. You know, like Gambit have gone long a few times with Space. We've seen it happen 3 times now, I think, where they, you know, charge out on long, put Space there, put a bit of a fight up, and so CLG are trying to counter that. They just aren't prepared for this very quick take of mid from Gambit. They were not expecting them to try and, you know, actually get out that presence through mid. So we'll see if they adjust CLG in the next round. They need to hold on to the rifles, though, to do it. Tarek, you have to survive.
Oh, well, Peter helping out a little bit there. Good shot, and still a 7-1 scoreline. I mean, I'm fine with having 3 people on long, but what most people will do is they will they'll sort of go there and quick, and if there's a fight, then they'll try and win that fight, and if not, then they fall back quick and usually into at least one person going to CT spawn. I feel like that CT spawn player is lacking a lot right now for CLG. It's creating a huge gap in the defense that Gambit just keep exploiting.
Well, this is a way to change things up. Aggressive boost here. Costa gonna spot the man jumping. That's Mo survives on 4 HP. Costa hits the shot through the box. So it's wallbang damage. And well, this time around, again, Gambit just gonna put Spaze out on long immediately, not waste any time at all. The bomb is there as well. And so now Gambit, they have a chance to kind of crunch onto the defense here for the A site, now that they actually have long control, and they have all 4 players there actually. So it's more of a straightforward approach here coming in from Gambit. They're like, right, if you're gonna hold on to Cat, we're gonna get control on the other part of the on the other side of the map.
Hooch, I think actually peeking for Mo over there, but he was a little bit slow to come out. So an easy shot happening. Kusta could have very nearly been a double kill for him. He's got Mo down there. It's a bit of a fight going on, a bit of a patience battle. Flashbang comes out, and Kusta, look at him taking his time. That is exactly the kind of mentality that made Kusta a big talking point to begin with. That's what you want to see. That's a really important trait for a player to have. Tarek not being able to follow up on Adrian. That should have probably been a kill, and somehow we're in a 3-on-3.
And Adrian's already watching mid for that rotate to come through. Upper Dark is, Cutler has control of Upper Dark at this point. Kusta hits the flick. He actually rotates in time to spot out Spaze. That drops the bomb. And with 30 seconds left now, that doesn't leave a whole lot of time here for Gambit to make something happen. Kusta can fall into pit. He knows that they've lost control of Catwalk. That's fine because Kusta's now got the angle onto the site. He's got the angle onto CT as well. And this could be his hero round. A 4th kill for Kusta. And now it's all on Adrian. He's been spotted as well. Kusta has no idea that he's been legged already, but he doesn't. It's not necessary. The ace for Kusta. He single-handedly shuts down Gambit on the A site. And well, that's the attention necessary. I mean, that's why we were looking at him. He's the one who's going to make the difference here for CLG.
What a big round coming out. And I mean, the story of Kusta has really been a weird one, hasn't it? Because I feel like he was sort of built up to be the savior of North American Counter-Strike before he was even on a good team. And then when he got picked up, there's always been that question of whether or not he was sort of fully utilized. And I think maybe the pressure got to him as well. Now he's sort of made it in somewhere in between on a weird CLG lineup. So we'll see how that works. It could certainly, and I think a couple of people have already been theorizing that it could give him the space to come into his zone a bit more and maybe rediscover his game.
I think that's the main thing. I mean, Thorn has also made the point in the past, though, where it could also be the end of him, right? If there was so much pressure on him on Liquid, if he shows up on CLG where he should be, the key player, and he can't deliver here, then where else can he go, right? Like, this might be the end of the line for Kusta. So there is a lot riding on him to come through here for CLG, and on an individual level and also on a team level.
No, I agree. I definitely agree. Tarek is playing in CT spawn. That makes me happy. Although, tragically, looks like this might be one of the rounds where that is not needed. It doesn't mean the position is bad, but, you can't always be right. Smoke is going to go down there. Peter buying some more time, and they are kind of out of grenades, so if Tarek could come over here, and he actually is rotating back. So right now, this is looking like a really good setup coming out of CLG. If Kusta can stay alive, that is. Peter's going to have a hard time living. The best he could do is probably trade, but Kusta's coming in to help out on the corner. Now they might actually have a real defense here. Smoke goes up. Kusta boosting himself up on that little ledge, and Peter, close line, just for a quick trade there. Kusta going to be going down. Now Tarek, can he buy the time? He has got the Molotov still.
Oh, he's at Gandalf, but he's been spotted. Adrian not going to win the duel, however, and so he's still alive on this site. He knows that if he peeks into that angle, though, Mo is going to be holding from Plateau with the AWP. Cutler peeks at the same time, opens up the space, but Tarek's been spotted. Not going to matter, though. Cutler and Hayes there to get 2 kills, and it's down to Mo with 15 seconds left on this clock. Now getting down to 10 seconds, and he needs to pick up the bomb. Remember, it's in CT, it's in the smoke. It's costing him valuable time, and that ends up costing him the round. The fact that he has to run in there, pick up that bomb, it just opens it up for Hayes to shoot him in the back with the P250. And, well, that's a second round, well, a 3rd round total, but a 2nd round in a row here for CLG.
I swear that fist bump didn't work out too well between Kusta and Tarek. There was something that they almost missed it. It was real close. But the round did work out. Maybe we'll get a replay of that. I'd love to see that in slow motion. 7-3 being the scoreline here. And CLG are starting to creep back into this game. The money must be a little bit low for Gambit as well. This is not over yet. Again, I think Gambit's CT sides have not been impressive so far. And this is Dust too. It could go either way. Kusta coming in with 1 more kill. He spots a couple of people in lower dark, and they're going to throw a grenade in there. CLG are definitely still in this game.
feel like it's Kusta's, dream now, basically, where he's just like, let me scrim, let me scrim. He's singing it to his teammates. Just like, let me scrim, let me go aggressive. Let me go for the peaks and the picks and manage to actually create something. Unfortunately, this time, it doesn't work for him. Doe's just holding the angle that he just got flashed into. Just pulls the trigger with the AWP, and Kusta is down. But he still picked up 1 kill, and he is still keeping Gambit wary of that catwalk area in mid, because that's the second time now that he's defeated Mu over there. Or at least, first time he got the tag on Mu, this time he got the kill. But he's definitely keeping Gambit in check in mid. So we need more of that from Kusta. Now it's up to his teammates, though. It can't all be about Kusta. His teammates have got to do some work as well.
And again, no mid presence at all. And Tarek is hard on the bomb side. Now, Peter's rotating in. At least they're committing to one sort of spot here. They got some chance to help each other out. So there is that going into it. But jumping down into CT spawn, and now it's again Cutler and Hayes in that B bomb side having to do almost all of the work right now. They smoke off one doorway there, but there's still the window. A lot of positions to cover, and Doja here with the AWP trying to see if he can maybe find an angle, but that's a great defense being set up. Hayes, triple kill for him. Not the person I would normally expect to step up big with the AWP, but that's a solid round coming out of Hayes, making it 4-7.
He's the one closest. Obviously with the triple kill, puts him up to 8 kills now. He's right behind Kusta, who has 11. The rest of his teammates, still trying to catch up. But yeah, well, there was a time when it was this weird sort of situation where CLG would win if Hazed was hitting shots, right? And if Hazed wasn't, then CLG would lose, right? It was this weird sort of situation where Hazed actually became key for CLG to pick up rounds and pick up maps. If we have that Hazed plus the Kusta, maybe there's a chance here for the North American lineup.
Yeah, I never know where to put Hayes as a player. He's such a nice guy. I'm not sure he has enough of a killer instinct. That's what always worries me. But this time he's doing fairly well. So is Tarek here, picking up a couple of eco frags. Peter stealing some of them, actually most of them there. But that will make it 5-7. This is now a very open game, I would say. If CLG can win even 2 more rounds, then I think Gambit will have thrown away a pretty big lead, and that's rough 4 in a row right now for CLG. Very impressive.
Did it in the past, Gambit. Well, in the past, at least we've seen them play on land last week, basically, and they definitely did not look too solid on their CT side. So it's of the utmost importance that they actually lock down some T rounds and get a head start. So far they've maintained it. If they can actually end it here, that would be beautiful, but it's not going to happen. Hazed is going to catch Mu being patient over in T-spawn, waits it out, gets the pick, and there's the man advantage for CLG, and they're even keeping aggressive. Peta, he's in lower dark. Not sure if he's been spotted, though. They're going to come looking for him. Spaze gets the kill, but Kusta's there to trade.
And Hazed a little bit too close there. If he'd had a rifle, for sure Spaze would have been gone, so a lot of confidence, and maybe it backfired a little bit here. They still have a pretty good position. They've lost a couple of rifles here, but they're in a 3-on-3, and because Space is so low on health, it won't be easy for Gambit to pick up a round behind this. Also, the positioning right now. Tarek close on catwalk. If he sees someone, he doesn't have to fight them. He can just sort of acknowledge that someone is there and maybe try and fall back. And Kusta could go wherever he wants right now. They can even go and help out Cutler. So they finally got a position where there's actually a rotation possible on the CT side. What a great way to continue.
Oh, he's going to catch him looking the wrong way. Double spray for Tarek. He's going to get caught by Hooch. But Tarek, he does the damage. 2 kills for him. And now it's going to be... Well, Kusta can rotate over fairly quickly. He's on CT slope, but he's got his teammate Cutler making his way towards B slope. And now Hooch seems like he wants to actually get out here in the middle, and he's going to walk right into that waiting AWP. Kusta with an excellent read on the situation. Realizes that they were still vulnerable. They just set up perfectly for Hooch to walk right into him. So that crossfire, it works. 6-7 now. Counterlogic Gaming 1 round away from tying it up, and it's looking fairly good. Not the best economy for Gambit, and it looks like Gambit are willing to go for the half buy. It's all about that 15th round now, whether it's going to end... Well, there's still a chance, even with the half buy on Dust 2, to actually make a rush work with the Tech 9s.
Yeah, you definitely can. Hooch is going to be running towards mid, I guess, and the rest are running over at the B bomb side. If they just ran in right now, Cutler, they did just put up the Molotov there, so that's important. It's always a risk to not do that. Peter again had it behind this box, and they are going to check it, but not as well as last time, and he ends up trading 2 for 1. Spaze will take him out.
Spaze always seems to be the one. Whoa, okay, then Hazed.
Grenade into AWP shot.
Wallbang flick as well, just deadly, and Hazed. He nearly gets the timing right to get the pick onto Adrian, who's dancing around in lower dark. Gonna be able to sneak his way through, but he doesn't realize that Tarek has already pushed out from Longhouse to top mid, and Hayes with the final kill of the round. They're starting to warm up here, CLG. 7-7 now, tied up going into the 15th round, the last round of this first half. And well, I mean, double op, just maintain. CLG is working so far, just maintain. All the pressure is now shifted over to Gambit to come out ahead in this first half. This is still a bit, you know, fairly T-sided map rather. So Gambit, we expect like a 9-6 out of them. 8-7 is cutting it a bit close. And if CLG come out ahead 8-7, definitely not going to be liking the odds for Gambit.
No, that would make it a bit rough, wouldn't it? Mo trying to force a peek there, but he does get legged, and Hayes picks up Adrian, so what a great start for CLG. Just taking that mid-fight head-on as well is not easy when you're on the CT side, but they make it work. They're going to allow Hooch to get out, and Peter's there waiting. This really seems to be finally clicking for the CLG team. They are looking to pick up just another round here. So far, winning 6 in a row and looking for a 7th round. What a fantastic streak.
Yeah, what a turnaround. And what a collapse for Gambit. They had everything going for them, and then just CLG started to wake up. They got that double op into play. And ever since they've actually had the money to afford it, it's been looking fantastic here for CLG. They're going to lead the way with Mu, who's been hitting some shots so far in this first half. Kind of dropped off, obviously, during the CLG streak, but before then, Mo was the driving force. He's got that AWP again, and this time Cutler is not going to fall. It's not all on Hazed. Hazed and Cutler both alive. Cutler gets flashed, though, and that opens it up. Doja drops him on the slope, and now it's again all on Hazed with the no-scope on it. Doja hits the shot, but Spaze is there to trade. Still a man advantage going into the retake here for CLG.
Right, so I think Gambit are probably going to have to take a big risk here. I can't see them just holding on the side and winning the round. They need some sort of trick, and they're actually all out of grenades. I was going to say put Space up in the window and flash him out to take a peek, take a fight. They can't even do that. They actually have to stay right now. There is a Molotov on Tarek, so if Mo misses a shot, he might be out of this round just because of that Molotov. Space has a lot of work to do still. There's Scurray coming in first of all. Space, they line up for him, and he gets one kill. Mo with the other one, and that's going to be the round. Triple kill for Space, finishing the half at 8-7, and again, and again, and again. I've just got to point out that mid-control for CLG lacking, I think, maybe 2 rounds maybe out of 15 where they had some